Alright, so it's multiple blocks of these streets that all have tailors. And since I'm coming during the slow season, I think it's less busy, less chaotic, less wait time if you do get something here, like a suit. So I ended up going with Lana Tailor. There's plenty of fantastic choices here, but I just did a lot of research. I looked at all the reviews, and I decided to go with one that was kind of had great reviews, but they all started to kind of look the same. But I ended up going with them because they had air conditioning, it was well lit. Vonda Tailor looked good as well. I heard a lot about them, and but they seemed very busy. There was no AC, the lighting was kind of dim. But there's so many tailors here. I personally wanted to go with one that focused more on quality than speed. But a lot of the reviews seem to be ones where they just want to get a suit in and out in 24 hours. And you could tell a lot of the people leaving reviews just wanted a very fast turnaround. But for me, I decided to go with one where basically it was a well-reviewed tailor rather than one of these dozens and dozens of other shops that I haven't heard of or aren't as well reviewed or newer. And I just went with one that had pretty solid amount of reviews. She seemed very nice and attentive, whereas the other one I was looking at, Vonda, which is also great, they just seemed very busy. They were kind of like taking a bunch of orders, so I went with the more attentive one. Now, Vonda was cheaper. They did offer $120 for a 50% wool, and then for 55% it's $150, and then it goes up from there. Whereas Lana just offered one choice of $150 for 50% wool blend, which is more expensive. And then when I inquired further, they offered other variations for higher percentages of wool, like 70, 90, and so forth, just like Vonda did. So I did kind of go with the more expensive costing tailor, but you know, it really came down to the attentiveness and the ability to speak English of the tailor I went with. She seemed very nice, and she understood a lot more English than the other one. And so I am paying $30 more for arguably the same wool blend. But the Lana Tailor, she also told me that you can't really trust the other tailor because they say it's 50% wool blend, but you can't really get that percentage wool blend at those prices. They just say it's that. So it's hard to say if she's telling the truth or not, but ultimately I felt like I went with the better choice because they were much more attentive. And so when they asked me, and you know, I had a lot of specifications. I'm not just one of these like cheap, quick, like, okay, give me a suit, tailor it. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm fine. Like I know the measurements. Like I know exactly what type of lapel I want, how many buttons I want on the sleeve, how many buttons I want on the front. I'm very specific because I know my style. And so she was able to answer all of that and take her time and ask me questions, whereas the other one, not so much. So my recommendation is, yeah, pay a little bit more for a lot more service. Overall, you're still not paying that much for some of the best suits for this price in the world.